say, why do we need this technology? Well, part of it is because what people are saying and what we're capturing through the stated conscious word, through focus groups and other ways, is not always reflective of what's deep down inside, tapped away, a memory, an experience, a brand association, maybe a brand that your grandmother used. So those are influencing you, but you're not that aware of all of that unless you're coming out of the field of psychology. So it's not that people are lying to us, but it's that people are unaware. Neuromarketing plays in the intersection of psychology, neuroscience, and behavioral economics. Behavioral economics, how familiar you are? I mentioned Dan Ariely, I mentioned Daniel Kahneman, but do you really know? Because a lot of us did not have that taught to us. It was not even an option. So tell me what differs between behavioral economics and rational economics?
What we actually do versus what you say we do.
Right, right, perfect. Okay, so it's looking at behavior, but it's also looking at the behavior and how you felt about the behavior. So it's starting to, so it's a lot of really cool stuff about pricing. So we'll give you some examples of that. But that's the neuromarketing is the intersection of those three. What about in-store? Anybody in their retail world familiar with the cameras, right? We've had the heat mapping cameras. I had 3 different vendors in the Smart Lab over those years where I can get where the hot spots are. But just like the hot spots in those cameras, did you eventually figure out that sometimes when they were spending more time in front of a section, it wasn't necessarily good? Because what we didn't have with that technology was, well, why? Why were they? So you either had to do a shop along or something to hear, well, you changed my packaging. You made it more difficult. So we were finding people in our Smart Lab that were hovering in front of the Tostitos section. Now, anybody, raise your hand proudly if you're a marketer. You really come from the marketing side. I know who you are. Have you ever changed the packaging of a product? Anybody responsible? So what did you figure out about changing? First of all, I ran marketing mix for Frito-Lay, so I know what, it was about a 6% drop in sales the first 6 weeks after a packaging change because it was confusion. People don't like you to mess with things because it's familiar, right? They're used to how they're shopping through that. Eventually they get past it, but what we learned to do through the research is say, same product, same taste, new look. So we would then start to communicate that, hey, that product is actually the same. And we'll talk about why you start to migrate them